All right, we're here with Tucker and Eric, Rob and Jess from RHAP. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
We're good. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a tough pill to swallow, but we knew it was coming.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's bittersweet.
yeah.
Yeah,
Losing sucks, but we have a lot to be proud of. So
it was tough because I feel like that you were such a outstanding team. You guys did so well, and I think this is crazy because you did so well, but I felt like there was like underdog vibes because I felt like that nobody wanted to work with you.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah, well we kind of went in it not wanting to work with anybody either. We just wanted to run our own race. We already knew people would be assuming people would be working together because of our past relationships and stuff, but that was not the case. We
Yeah.
just wanted to buckle down and crush it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We didn't go in there to work with anybody. We felt confident in our abilities, so we were just trying to run our race as best we could every single leg, and
Yeah.
that we have a lot to be proud of as far as that goes. I think every single leg we gave it our all, and I think did well. We have a lot to be proud of. So even though it's a bitter pill, losing sucks, I think we can hang our hat with a lot to be proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the two of you were maybe some of the most competent, effective racers we've seen in a really long time. Um, I would
Thank you
love to,
very much.
I would love to hear more about the U-turn vote, because we see everybody immediately piles on the two of you.
Yeah.
Where were your brains at, both in
Oh,
terms of like
yeah.
you were the clear favorites, and also where were you going to put your votes then?
Yeah, during the double U-turn, Eric and I knew we were gonna get U-turn, and we were just taking it as a badge of honor. It's like that's basically every team is being like, you guys are doing so good, we have to try to slow you down. And I mean, you can see it in the episode. We were fired up about it, and then fired up at the chance that there could have been like a tie for it too. Eric and
Yeah.
I were so pumped,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, one of the things they didn't show then was Adam gave this big speech of his explanation of
such a good speech.
why he voted for Taylor and Kyland over Jazz and Jag, and it was before he had flipped it, and so there's all this suspense, and we're like really hoping for this three-way tie, and then the words he's using, we're like, ah man, they definitely
There's no
U-turned
way
Jazz
he's
and
doing
Jag,
this
and
three-way
then he
tie.
flips Kyland and Taylor, and we're like.
Yeah, Eric.
So we were super excited. Yeah,
Freaking out.
we had no hard feelings whatsoever. Like we knew there was a 99.9% chance we were getting U-turn, and so we are like, hey, bring it on. We know we're gonna have to do
Yeah.
two detours. Like, come and get us if you can. And so that was our mentality. So no hard feelings. I mean, honestly, from as someone who's like not a reality TV veteran, seeing the drama and the emotional reactions to other teams getting U-turned was like I was speechless. Like my jaw was on the ground. I was like, oh my God, dude, you guys like
Yeah.
this is a badge of honor. If you're getting U-turned, guess what? It's because you're doing well. Like, for us, there was the explanation of, hey, why'd you pick the teams that you picked? And it seemed like a lot of other teams had these sort of like far-reaching, oh, this is why we U-turn this one, and actually we don't mean it, but this is who we're U-turning. And Tuck and I were just like,
You guys are
well, where are you turning the two strongest teams? Like, I don't know who else,
super, super simple,
why else be you
straightforward.
turning anybody else? But believe it or
Yeah.
not, that's what we're doing.
So in this leg, we saw where Tucker was having the difficulty with the Greek alphabet. Do you know how close it was in terms
Oh, you
of
just
like,
cut out for a second.
yeah, going back to the challenge with the Greek alphabet, how close was it with you and Taylor?
It was really close. I might have finished 2, 3 minutes behind her.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And obviously I had a ton of time, more attempts than she did. And it was like the last 4 or 5 even attempts. Like I like was sure I had it down. I knew it was between like the Zai and Kai. And was I was told by Paige real quick that she's like, it's probably your accent, just like over enunciate the stuff that you're supposed to do. So I don't know if that stuff was getting in my head or not. But it was just man, I don't know what happened. I tried my best. And yeah, it just stunk. It was a tough pill to swallow, but we we were right behind them, and Eric and I sprinted out of there. And yeah, they just got there quick. And then I think the second they got there, like they cleared them off the mat. So then when Eric and I ran up, it's just that classic empty shot. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was a lot closer than they made it seem close, but then there was kind of that gap at the end with all of them cheering and then just Eric and I there. Some people thought it might have been more time, but it was pretty damn
Yeah,
close.
no, and being there with Kylan, we're both, we're waiting for Tucker and Taylor. Yeah, Kylan, they left 2, 3 minutes before us, so I could only presume it was roughly the same amount of time in between them crossing the pit stop and us.
I would love to know a little bit more about that roadblock, actually, Tucker, because I was curious to see that you jumping on this. I mean, both of you are the alpha when they ask about that.
Oh yeah,
But
so this was another thing for Eric and I. Like if we
Yeah,
ever do get called back, we realized we were basically just like
we're just
flip-flopping.
switching off. I did the last block. He
okay.
did this one
Yeah,
little
and
block.
then
Mhm.
and we're like, if we ever get back on the show, we're gonna just take that extra 1 second
Yeah.
to try to like decipher what this roadblock
Hmm.
clue is about, because I mean it said who's the alpha and we're in Greece. It would have been very easy for us to be like, oh,
Probably the alphabet. Yeah.
definitely not me, Eric. You got to do that too. This is not my
Yeah.
strong suit.
No, yeah, no, we were thinking back to the
Dang.
last two legs, and the roadblock that I did, the Easter egg hunt, like Tucker would have been better for that. He's very, visual,
He likes
and
puzzles.
Still
he
really
likes
want my
puzzles.
puzzles, lab. Don't get me
Uh,
started.
so that was definitely up his angle, or up his alley. That's like the creative, visual type of roadblock, and then I'm very analytically brained, and I've studied statistics and whatnot, which use a lot of Greek letters. So I think in retrospect, he would have done the previous roadblock. I would have done this one. But that's
What
good.
do you got to
Yeah,
do?
what are you gonna do? It's good. It's good
Well,
knowledge for the next time. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yep.
I mean, it's testament to what strong racers you are that you didn't have to even strategize and you got that far doing that well without even having to think about it.
Yeah. Well,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
thank
that's
you.
that's nice of you. Thank you.
So earlier in the race, there was a point when we found out you guys stopped to get ice cream along the way. Were there a lot of other times that you guys just like were so
Heck yeah.
far out in front that you did others, like stopped and did other
Oh,
errands on the way?
we got fridge magnets at every single place we were at.
Yeah, except
Eric
for
and I
there was
stopped,
like
except for like
Stone,
two
like
where we could.
Stone. There was no place to get them there. But yeah, whether it was like waiting for a train station, excuse me, for the next train or something like that, where you're at like the airport or the train station and you got some downtime, we would either get it then or
We would
just
sacrifice
whenever
our
we could.
we would sacrifice our food money for fridge magnets, and
Yeah,
let me tell you, I'd do it all over again, baby.
yeah. No, that was a lot of fun. We knew that
It was so
we
stupid, and then it just became our thing. We were like, "This is ridiculous. We got to get them everywhere," and we
yeah,
did.
yeah. Yeah, we knew we had some time against Hannah and Simone after that. They had finished that detour right before us. We already knew where to go. We had already been at both the next clue box and the pit
Yeah,
stop, so we knew exactly where to go. It was probably like a mile to the
they
clue
were.
box.
That's the thing that they didn't show. Like they were far distances away.
Yeah, we were running
Like
all over the
easily
place.
over a mile, and that's the one Eric and I had to double up and do everything twice because we skipped the whole detour
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. You can see how sweaty we were when we were getting when we officially crossed the finish line
Yeah,
and
and
had the
plus
pit
we
stop.
had the heaviest bags of any team on there, and we had two of them. Both of our bags were over 40 pounds. So where we got some different boxes to check if we get called back.
Yeah, yeah.
That will hopefully only make us faster.
Why were your bags so much heavier than everybody else's?
Yeah,
What were
I
you
don't even know. I
bringing?
mean, like there wasn't, there
And it's
wasn't.
like we're the same size, and we could have just like packed one
Yeah,
bag. It's very
but
much like Jag and Jazz,
like
but
I
we
mean,
did.
they tell you to pack for all weather, possibilities, and so we did have some stuff that we didn't use much.
I
But that being said, it's
left a
like
lot of clothes in some hotels.
we had like two pairs of shorts, like two pairs of shirts. Like I don't know what it was. I'm like looking, I was like, dude, we gotta shed some weight. And then we go to the
And
hotel.
then
I'm like, open
I
up the
shed a
bag. I'm
bunch of
like,
clothes, and then
I don't know what to
Eric
get
gets
rid
rid
of.
of nothing, and then just puts like his resistance bands in my bag, and I'm like, so I just got rid of clothes to carry your resistance, and now I'm like, I want my clothes back.
Yeah.
Why did you have resistance bands?
Oh, because we were
We
working
had to-
out during it. Yeah. I mean, lots of people were saying that it was like super, tough and challenging. But Eric and I we're D1 wrestlers. Eric wrestled longer than I did. I stopped and started working more. But he was also training for the marathon. So
Hmm.
so we were just working out every day
Wow.
after the race. At one point, Eric, one of the days, it was like a 30-foot room, and he did 1,000 laps because he ran like
trying to get the
ran like
steps.
6-7 miles in a hotel room.
6'7".
6'7".
And I had to like sync my blinking up with whenever he'd pass the TV because I didn't
Wow.
want to be like, this is annoying. So I'd just be like,
Yeah, but like so
for like an hour
you,
and a half.
you can't leave the hotel rooms, and
Yeah.
sometimes there's a day or two in between, your pit stop and your next pit start. So you're just like cooped up in the hotel room and 300 steps at like 4 p.m. It was
And
like
it
so
was
That's
we had to get some movement in, it was
and
getting a little stir crazy.
And it was also just a fun moment, in the sequester before you go and leave and stuff. And Eric's like, this is horrible.
yeah.
He's like, this is so bad. And I'm like, you would have never survived Big Brother then, dude. So that made
I
me
would
feel
not.
better. I was like, cool.
Yeah, I would not survive Big Brother.
I heard you guys had a pretty crazy cab ride on this leg of the race.
Oh my God.
my
Yeah,
God,
this was so
dude.
crazy.
Yeah,
So
this dude,
so,
first of all, he pulls up, it's 2 a.m. and he's getting out of the car and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna drive.
like
Like
this guy's
he's hopped
on
up on
he's
something.
on something. And you have to get you have to have them sign like a consent form of, hey, we're filming. Do
Yeah.
you want to have your face blurred or not? Basically. And he didn't speak much English. He just sees these cameras. He's like, oh, actors. He's like, I'm an actor. I'm an actor.
And he's like speaking full sentences in Romanian, and like we're understanding it. So we're just like super trying to pick up on any keyword we might recognize.
And then he to use some delicate words, he then pulls up an adult film that he has starred in, and very explicit pictures on his phone of himself. We're like, dude, can
not
you keep
only
your eyes
that,
on the
dude,
road right now? Like, we don't want to see.
He goes into his hidden album and then starts scrolling, and it's just like, oh, there is a lot of
We're all like-
eggplants and stuff in these pictures.
Yeah, at that point, it was like, let me make sure the seatbelt works here. Hang on to the to the handle there. Like, it was something.
And like our camera guy was like, excuse me, wait, what did you say? Did you say like porno? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And the camera guy was like, I can tell you what, this is definitely a first for me. And I've been doing this for years. So it was
it was like we're like
wild.
5 minutes into the cab ride, and the camera guy's like, all right, we're just gonna turn this off now. We can't use it.
Can't use any of this. Yeah.
You can't even just blur it out.
Oh, I don't know. It was a
Definitely
lot.
not. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. At the end of the race, you said that you're rooting for Jag and Jazz to be the winners of the race because that you have this brotherly relationship. Was it just because they're also a brother team, or did you have a real friendship?
I
with
mean,
them?
It was just kinda in the moment.
Yeah, and the other thing was, obviously, like, we expected to go further. We had confidence in our abilities, and they're good. I think that was the only team left that had ever placed above us. Oh no, I guess Joseph with the train wreck thing.
Yeah.
But like, besides the missing the
Mhm.
train and them somehow finding a ticket that did not exist earlier, besides that, like, we had, the only team that had beaten us was Jag and Jazz, and so just like the competitor in us was, hey, we want
they're good competitors.
the team that beat us to win, and so that's pretty much what it came down to. We have great relationships with everyone on the cast. Like, everyone was great. So no hard feelings towards anybody. Wish them all well. Wish they could all win. Wish we could all win. But at that point, it was just a competitor of like, hey, those guys beat us. Like, hopefully we lost to the best team. Is pretty much what it came down to. So, but wish the best for everybody.
All right. Well, thanks for making some time to talk about this. I'll let you guys go and get back to workouts or whatever else you have to do. Get your steps in. Okay. Yeah, but really, it was very fun to watch you guys race, and all the best outside of Amazing Race. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you, Rob.
Appreciate
All right, take
it.
care.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, Jessica.
Appreciate you guys.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.